Welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're coming to you from my Zone 5B garden in Canada. And we're going to talk about pushing the limits. We're going to try to expand the range of plants we typically see. With winter protection, there's a wide variety of plants we can grow. Over the last couple of years, I've been experimenting with a bigger list of plants we typically associate with Southern California, or let's say Northern Florida. I also have a few surprises along the way. I really pushed the limits. I have successfully overwintered a bromeliad. The species isn't known, it wasn't labeled when I bought it. It has successfully overwintered. The growing conditions for bromeliads vary from species to species, but in general, they do not like full sun. They do like bright, indirect light. Watering, they don't like to be overwatered, particularly in their roots. Many bromeliads have a cup similar to this, where water sits as a reservoir and is taken up by the plant. Fertilizing is really not required. If you do, it's just minimal and it's diluted. Again, soil type varies because they can grow on almost any surface. They're really not particular about the soil they're in, so long as it doesn't stay overly moist for too long. They do like the extremes of being dry and then waterlogged, and then dry and waterlogged. So heavy downpour and then let it dry thoroughly before rewatering. But make sure that there's always some water in the cup. Today we're talking about bromeliads. There are 75 genera and almost 3,600 different species. They all come from tropical America, except for one species in West Africa. They survive in a wide variety of environments and can take extremely harsh conditions. Bromeliads are a very diverse group of plants. They are terrestrial and epiphyte. They include things like Spanish moss, and the terrestrial ones include things like the pineapple plant. They can survive extremes in weather. They can take drought. They can take extreme heat and rain. The seeds are very fine in many cases, and they can seed themselves in many different places, basically wherever the wind drops them. So on tree branches, tree trunks, on rocks, even on telephone lines. Because they can take such extreme conditions, I thought, let's take one, plant it on the trunk of my Pindo palm, and see if it survives. And so far so good. Here's a little background to how I did the process. This is the parent plant of the bromeliad that I planted. This plant is several years old. What I did, I took one of the pups, similar to this, cut off the stalk where it joins the main stalk, inserted this portion into the boot of the Pindo palm. The growing media consists of the debris that builds up in the boots of the palm, which I amended with some high porosity Pro Mix, watered well, and within a week it had put out roots. And the following is a brief timeline of the entire process. After planting, one thing I should mention, during the winter, I did water it twice. I would wait for the weather forecast to show a lot of sunshine for the next day or two, and I would water the base of the plant. I would use a garden hose and just spray approximately where it was located. I couldn't physically see it. And basically that was the process. Very straightforward. I think I'll try to plant a few more this year and see if we can get it to look a little more natural. In the natural habitat, bromeliads grow very abundantly. They grow very closely together. and when they flower, they are quite impressive. I'm not sure the variety name of this bromeliad. I planted it a couple of weeks ago, and it's already put out one root. It's growing in the boots of this pindo palm. We'll see what happens. Talk about zone pushing. We'll see what it does over the winter. They are very tolerant of extreme conditions, so it just might stand a chance. It did overwinter, and if you look here, you can see new growth coming out of the stem. So it's putting out offsets. It did survive the winter, and it is putting out some new growth from the stem.
Today is June the 5th, 2020.
This is a close-up of the new growth coming from the stem. You can see new shoots here, here, and multiple smaller ones. This is a close-up of the stem. It's really thickening up. The mother plant is dying back, as you can see, but look at all the new offsets forming along the stem. There we go. Can you see that? Something's eating the leaves. Here's another view. Here are the new offsets or pups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, share the video, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.